They're finally here, the long-awaited reworks and Zetas for Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader. Capital Games have not disappointed either, as these are meta-changing and more than capable of standing up against any of the teams currently dominating our arena shards. First, I'm going to break down the changes and then have some footage for you against the classic low-gear zombie team known as Nightsisters. I'll also show you them facing Jedi Rey as well as a reworked Zeta lead against the Triple Cleanse and General Barris aka Kenobi teams. Alright, let's start with Darth Vader, shall we? First off, his basic terrifying swing. The move has been reworked. It now reads: deal physical damage to target enemy with an 80% chance to inflict ability block for 1 turn. Jedi and Rebel targets cannot evade or resist the effects of this attack. Now, before this only affected Jedi, now it's going to affect the Rebels too, which is bound to help considering just how heavy Arena is in Rebels. It's also going to come in pretty handy in Dark Side territory battles. His special, Force Crush. Now this is probably one of my favourite parts of this rework right here. I'll read this out to you now. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict speed down and free damage over time effects for 2 turns. This attack can't be countered. Now that is going to be fantastic against all those damn Luke leads. Those Commander Luke Skywalker leads with those full counters, that is such a nightmare to deal with. Well, now they cannot counter with this move. You're going to be able to spread those dots everywhere now. His unique No Escape. I'm going to read this out. This is with the Zeta. This is the end of the maxed out move. At the start of each encounter, Darth Vader gains 8 speed until the end of that encounter for each of the following: Empire ally, Sith ally, Jedi enemy, or Rebel enemy. Darth Vader is immune to turn meter reduction and recovers 5% health when a damage over time effect on an enemy expires. So this is pretty amazing. This is going to make Vader so much faster, especially if his team contains both Empire and Sith allies, the likes of Palpatine, for example, and Jedi enemies or Rebel enemies. He's going to get extra speed when against the likes of Ezra and Kanan. Not that he's going to face those guys too often, but you get my drift. Being immune to turn meter reduction is a pretty nice touch as well, because Vader's generally slow. But with this buff now, this new unique making him so much faster, on top of being immune to turn meter reduction, that's going to really ensure that he's not going to get slowed down at all. The extra 5% health whenever a damage over time effect expires is a great bonus. You're not going to want to take them off, but at the same time you're not going to want to leave them there. So this is just an excellent rework. Vader is immediately right back up there with the best characters, which excites me a lot because Vader really should be. However, Palpatine is really where the magic has happened. Let me just get this moveset up on screen because wow, this is really going to change the meta in my opinion. Palp is going to be the leader when it comes to the Empire once again. Now, Palpatine's basic hasn't actually changed, although they have reworded it to kind of describe what shock actually is and does. Where the changes begin are on his first special, the power of the dark side. It now reads: deal special damage to all enemies with a 70% chance to stun them for 1 turn. Shocked enemies are stunned for 2 turns and have their shock dispelled. All allies gain offense up for 2 turns. Now this is a nice boost in your offensive power. It's something I'm pretty excited about because the Empire already hit pretty hard as it is. His second special has also been reworked now. Let the Hate Flow now reads: all other units lose 5% health and Palpatine recovers health equal to 150% the total amount lost. Palpatine gains 50% turn meter for each shocked enemy. All allies gain health steal up for 1 turn. So this is an extra heal coming in, and it sounds pretty freaking sweet. But now the big ones, the Zeta reworks. These are the things that are awesome for Palpatine. The Emperor of the Galactic Empire now reads: Empire and Sith allies have 35% potency and 35% max health. Jedi and Rebel enemies have minus 35% potency and minus 35% evasion. When an Empire ally inflicts a debuff during their turn, they gain 20% turn meter. When a Sith ally inflicts a debuff during their turn, they recover 20% health. When a debuff on an enemy expires, Empire and Sith allies gain 5% turn meter. Now this is going to cause huge problems for those Rex teams that are going to attempt to cleanse, the Chase teams that are going to attempt to cleanse, R2 that's going to cleanse automatically with combat analysis is going to be a big problem. They're just going to speed up the Empire and the Sith. The potency buff and the health buff is going to be great for characters like Shore Trooper. Vader's also very, very tanky, and Nihilus really comes to mind on that one. Palpatine's unique has also been reworked. Crackling Doom now reads, while Palpatine is active at the start of each enemy turn, they take damage equal to 20% of their max health for each of the following. They are shocked, they are a Jedi, they are a rebel. This damage can't defeat enemies. Palpatine has plus 50% max protection, and when he inflicts shock, he gains 5% max protection until the end of the encounter. Now, this sounds excellent when you're going to combine it with Darth Vader's new rework. It looks to me like Thrawn is the perfect part for this team. You could potentially throw in the likes of Shore Trooper, TIE Fighter Pilot, you could use Royal Guard, General Kenobi. There's quite a few options to really make this team formidable, and we're probably going to see a bunch of them now in these upcoming beta videos that I have been sent by Capital Games. This is going to be pretty awesome. It's the first time I'm really getting to watch through these properly myself, so I'll give you some commentary as we go through these videos. Let's go check them out. Okay, first up, we're against the dreaded Nightsister Cheese, as is well known. Well, we've got zombies already down for one simple shot. That's the advantage of a low gear zombie. Quite quickly get rid of that taunt. Big AoE attack, got to wear down Daka. Alright, she's all but done. Wow, this really is very fast. Even on +1 speed. This is not even remotely close. This really does look like an impressive lineup against the Nightsisters. I'm sure this will please many people. There are a lot of gamers out there that do not like the Nightsisters. I personally love them, but an unnecessary heal there. And there we go. Wow, that was a very, very quick victory. And now it's time for the Rey Jedi Training team. It's a very, very good lineup. Probably one of the most common Rey lineups that I see. Now, there are definitely some non-optimal moves being done in some of these battles, so you would be able to win these even faster than you're seeing in these videos right now. So rather than having me pause a lot while commentating over the top of them, I'll leave you guys to just enjoy these battles yourself. And if you've got any questions, just drop me a comment in the boxes below.
Mm-hmm.